better on the stove. Cook your microwave on the stove. It tastes better.
Cook your microwave on the stove.
Cook your popcorn on the stove. Do not cook your microwave.
Yeah, buddy. Look at him glare. He's like, all right, guys, welcome back to Ag with Emma. We are in Missouri today with Gavins Farm, and you've probably seen him on my channel before because he has been here. So we're gonna learn about some popcorn stuff today and maybe get a little bit of the farm tour because Gavin's got an interesting operation and how he started and all that. And he has a YouTube channel, so I'll tag his YouTube channel in the title of this video. You ready to rock and roll?
Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing.
You haven't even said your what's
I'm not
poppin'.
good in front of the camera.
You have a YouTube channel.
What's poppin', YouTube? I'm Gavins Farm. This is Emma. We're gonna take a look at my popcorn farm.
So Gavin has popcorn, but he also has pigs. And if you guys follow him on Instagram, you'll know about Gerald, right?
Gerald the potbelly pig.
Yes.
He's hiding over there in the shed.
Oh, look, there's Gerald. Yeah, buddy. Look at him glare. He's like... Gavin is like right on city limits.
Right, I am in the city limits.
Yeah, in the city limits. But his pig pen is like the only half acre that's outside of city limits. So he's like, I'm getting pigs.
There's 2 acres here that I bought last year where I live at. This half-acre pen is the only half acre on my property that's not in city limits. So I could do whatever I want with it, and I decided I wanted hogs.
And there's all the pigs. Sometimes they'll like get up on your camera. And then Gavin is also right by the ethanol plant.
Poet ethanol.
Poet.
Poet. They're everywhere. Or that's the only ethanol plant around us is Poet.
I'm not familiar with ethanol plants. I'm from Idaho. We don't have those.
Yeah, so Poet, they take this, pin this camera out. They have really helped the corn basis in the area. I remember watching that get built when I was a young kid. My dad drove me by when they were building the grain bins. But that's done a lot for the local farmers. It's really helped the corn prices because it brought a new market into the area. And I get to wake up every morning and see them in my backyard, so that's pretty cool.
And then the other interesting part about Gavins Farm is that he literally, like, his shop is an old floor mat factory. So he's literally just like, gotta set my phone down. Gavin has just taken everything that he can and like scrambled it up like eggs and then bam, farmer.
Would you like me to give a brief history of my farm or how I started?
Yes.
Okay, so I wanted to farm my entire life from the age of like 3 or 4, but no one in my family farms. Dad worked at a factory, mom's a nurse. So I worked for farmers throughout high school. I worked for farmers throughout college. I went to the University of Missouri. At the age of 19, I was very blessed to get the chance to rent 6 acres. So I planted 6 acres of soybeans. The guy I was working for at the time, we used his equipment to plant it and combine it. And then I guess the winter after that first crop, I bought an old tractor. I bought an old piece of crap planter, and we've slowly been expanding from there. That would have been, well, I'm 24, so that would have been 5 or 6 years ago. This past March, I got the opportunity to buy this old place on the edge of town, the Avery's Floor Mat. So they were making floor mats for all the big car manufacturers. People could buy them online. Well, that business got sold to a place down in Georgia. I bought the warehouse, I bought the shop, I bought the house, and we're just rocking and rolling on the farm. Expanding like crazy. It's kind of hard to keep ahead of it, but I'm getting blessed with a ton of opportunity, and I'm having a ton of fun doing it.
I literally love watching it because you just see Gavin get so excited about like the new opportunities he gets, and he doesn't take it for granted, you know. He like understands like all the work that it takes, and he just busts his butt to be here.
Well,
so.
it's fun. It is fun. I wake up and I start thinking about farming, so I don't even view it as work. Yeah. I mean, because it's something I enjoy. It's like someone that likes playing basketball, always playing basketball. Yeah. I love to go out and farm, just build this little business from scratch and turn it into what it is today, which it boggles my mind it's grown this quick. It's been a blast.
So he has the humility to ask questions. If you follow him on Twitter too, his Twitter, he's always asking questions, and I just freaking love that because I've learned a lot from Gavin, even though I don't know what he's talking about. Just it's very cool. So go follow him on all this stuff. So while Gavin is in Missouri, he does grow the typical corn and beans, which everyone gets no one gets bored with it because you guys obviously all love corn and beans. But he grows popcorn. That's what Gavin is known for. So we're gonna show you what's up with growing popcorn. Popcorn.
This is popcorn.
But this is popcorn. This is your popcorn.
This is my popcorn, Emma.
Yes.
Yeah, so 2-pound bags. The 2-pound bags are what I send to grocery stores. I'm in a couple local grocery store chains, and if anyone would order off the website, that's what gets sent to them is the 2-pound bags. And then kettle corn companies, they get the big 50-pound bags. So they're buying in bulk, and I sell to 5 or 6. It seems like I pick up a couple more every year from further out as word spreads, and they'll either come to me and pick up a half pallet or a pallet, or I'll deliver out to them, and that's what they pop. So every customer's looking for something different. Like the general public wants butterfly, and we'll go into this here in a little bit in the video. Butterfly pops big and flaky. Mushroom is what the kettle corn companies want. Mushroom, it looks like a brain. If you get caramel corn at Christmas, it pops big and fat. Well, and it's a perfect round ball. That holds the coating better. So every customer wants a different type of popcorn. There's also red, white, yellow, all different kinds. Blue popcorn. So yeah, it keeps me busy just researching new popcorns to grow and what customers are looking for.
So I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but those are 2 different varieties of popcorn. So look at it a little bit closer. Maybe you can tell.
So this one's the butterfly. It's longer, more slender, and that's what the movie theaters and grocery stores are looking for. That's the most common one. This one here, you can see it's round, more fat. It's a bigger kernel. That's the one that's going to explode. That's what the kettle corn companies are looking for. Most popcorn is mid 30 times its original size expansion rate. That's really what they're going for. So that kettle corn company wants a big expansion rate, so they have a perfectly round ball. The movie theater wants a really big expansion rate because if this pops 40 times its original size instead of, say, 35, that's less kernels they have to buy to fill the same size bag. So you're going for flavor and expansion, and you're trying to get the best of both worlds. Sometimes you have to pick. So I grow multiple varieties of butterfly because sometimes a guy's looking for a big expansion rate. He doesn't care about flavor. But other times, someone just wants flavor. They don't care about how big it pops. So a lot of research has gone into that. I do a ton of experimenting every year with a few different hybrids. And I've got it narrowed down to a couple I really like that I've stuck with, but I'm experimenting with new ones every year, trying to find something just a little bit better.
This is how he packages it.
This one's just for an example.
Just an example.
So we'll let that count down from 30 to about 12, and we'll hit seal. It'll suck all the air out, and then it'll be ready for the open market.
Wow. And then you got that. Look at that. And you can put these straight in the microwave in a paper bag.
Yeah, take them out of the plastic first or you'll ruin a microwave.
Don't put them in there in the plastic, because then you'll have microwave issues, and you can't blame that on me. But you can put this whole thing in the paper bag in the microwave, pop it for 1 minute and 30 seconds. You slow it down, use your brain, but bada bing, bada boom.
Look.
Farm dogs. Oh, hey, puppy.
This is Lugnut.
His name is
I'm going to get him a little puppy friend and name it Torque Wrench.
Torque Wrench. Hi, bud. You're so cute. I see you on Instagram all the time. All right, so we're popping the popcorn. We're gonna pop it in pots, not in the microwave.
In pots, yeah, it pops better on the stove. Cook your microwave on the stove, it tastes better.
Cook your microwave on the stove.
Cook your popcorn on the stove. Do not cook your microwave.
Okay.
So this is super scientific. You have to measure out the perfect amount.
Obviously.
That looks good. Throw your lid on top.
And what kind was this? This was the butterfly?
This was the mushroom.
Oh yeah, that's the mushroom.
The big round one.
You can see the round ones.
Yep. So you'll let this sit, and obviously the popcorn kernels need to get warm. Right before they start to pop, you need to shake it. If you don't shake your pot, once they start to pop, they'll sit on the bottom of that pot, and some of them will burn. So you have to keep it moving so they don't burn. But that'll take a minute. So we'll throw the butterfly in.
Okay, so mushroom in that pot, butterfly in this pot. No one forget that. We're all about the exacto measurements out here.
There's 200 kernels in each pot, and I counted them out.
I counted them out individually. So those are just gonna sit and start getting hot.
It'll take about a minute and a half, they'll start to go. So while we wait on these to pop, I do this process at harvest time to make sure the moisture's somewhat right. I'll go out to the field and grab a couple ears every day or two, and when they start to pop the best, when I don't have any that are not popping, I know it's time to combine. and we'll put it in the grain bin. It'll sit all winter. Then before I send it to the seed cleaner to get cleaned and packaged, I'll go in the grain bin and I'll get samples and run a fan on the grain bin and take samples every couple days to make sure the moisture is still correct before we ship it out. Because the last thing I want is for this popcorn to show up to a customer and it pops not good. That would be really embarrassing. So I'm very particular about the kernels I sell. I want them to be as fresh as possible, and I want them to pop great for you guys.
And we would show you like planting footage or field work, but
it's been wet, it's staying wet, it's ridiculous. It will not stop raining.
There's like mud outside. It's just like the first second that the mud starts to dry out, there's rain in the forecast again. So normally they have stuff planted by now, because today is what, like April 29th? April 30th?
Yeah,
it's April 30th, just as kind of a timestamp, and they haven't gotten anything in the ground. All right, they're popping. Oh, put the lid back on. So we're just gonna sit here and shake it like a professional popcorn.
I have to go back and forth between both of them. I didn't pop at the same time.
Why'd you start them at the same time?
Hold on, I gotta measure this. Yep, that's definitely warm enough. It'll start popping soon. We threw these kernels in the same time. This one is already finished popping because this pan's smaller and the kernels are smaller, where this mushroom's just getting ready to take off. So you gotta be patient. It's a waiting game. If it doesn't pop within a couple minutes, it's not the popcorn. You're just being impatient.
Okay, so hopefully you guys can see the difference right here.
So this is the mushroom. You can see how it's a perfectly round ball. That's what kettle corn companies are going for. It will hold that coating, that caramel coating they're putting on, where this is butterfly. So it pops big and flaky. This will fill up that bag at the movie theater quicker than this will. That's why they're going for this. And this crumbles apart better in your mouth. It just tastes better. Where this one, since that kernel is bigger and it pops more round, you can see that shell. That's what gets stuck in your teeth. People usually hate that, but you'll get that on the mushroom because that kernel has to be so dense and thick to hold all that pressure in of that big kernel.
The planter is torn apart. It's ready to go in the ground today, right?
The corn rows are almost ready. The bean rows are far from ready. So I think, judging by the rain and the driveway, we've got plenty of time to finish that project.
That's dry. Let her rip, bud. The Clark effect.
The Clark effect.
Okay, guys, well, that wraps it up with Gavin. We just recorded some TikToks. That's why Gavin's out of breath.
I was doing a lot of running. I'm Jack Sparrow. I'm Johnny Depp.
He didn't even get the little run, though. He was like, is that going to sit on your pickup?
I'll hold it if it won't. Here.
Gavin was supposed to run like this, but he ran like this, and it's kind of lame, but it's fine. We'll let it slide.
I refuse to run like he did in the movie.
Okay, so that's it. I will tag Gavin's Instagram, socials, all in the description. His YouTube channel will be tagged in this title, so go check him out. Super fun dude with pigs, popcorn, floor mat factories. Like, how much more variety could you get in one farm? There's nothing that you could do to, like, actually, I'm not going to say that because he's going to surprise us all and do something crazy. So
thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions, pop on over to my pages and ask them. I would love to answer them.
Yes. So remember to check me out on all your other socials, Ag with Emma everywhere. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and go follow Gavin, because if you don't, hasta la pasta.